Hey, do you undercharge? Do you wreck your wins? Do you ignore your health, ignore your relationships? Do you maybe sometimes drink, oversleep, overwork, um, go against your values? Do you settle for less? If you do, well, I don't know about you actually, but I've done all of those things and I couldn't figure out why. And obviously, the root cause of that was self sabotage. But even with that, I kind of knew I'm self sabotaging, but couldn't figure out why. Well, one of the reasons might just be that you might carry some guilt or shame. Now, you might know this, like, oh, I definitely have some shame or guilt. You might not know this. But in this case, I just want to tell you what guilt and shame are. They're simply thoughts, right? It only means that you've done something in the past and you think you've done something bad, you hurt someone or something didn't turn out the way you think it should be, and therefore you should punish yourself because now you're a bad man or a bad woman. How could they do this? And then you self-sabotage. It's the things when you say, when you wake up late and then guilt yourself, oh, I'm late, you idiot, or you do a mistake, you say, you idiot, Demir, you're an idiot, how could you do this? All that breeds sense of shame and guilt, and brain hears, aha, Demir, you're a bad boy, therefore we need to punish you. And for me personally, I had my businesses coming up and down, up and down. I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on until I realized that I carried some guilt and shame from the past, all these things that I shoved under the carpet. And because I've carried them, that manifested in self-sabotage, and I was self-sabotaging obviously my business. So that needs to be clear out. So long story short, if you still don't have results in your life, whether it's business, whether it's in relationship, but being a solopreneur, I would say look at your business and your bank account doesn't really match your expectations, then you might want to look out and then dig out. Maybe there is some shame and guilt that you carry, and this might not only be the only reason, but it's one of the biggest saboteurs, how would we say, that causes that. So it's important to know the root cause, right? Because fixing a charging issue or undercharging, charging more, it's not going to work out because there is a mismatch, right? So that needs to be dealt with. Then making more money becomes kind of a ripple effect of it, for example, in this case. Now, if you want to know more, have a look somewhere on this page. There should be a link to a demo which explains you all the symptoms. Well, not all, but most of the symptoms and how it's all connected and what needs to be done all together to get obviously rid of that. So much for this video. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you next one. Bye.